You know, if I pass all the tests, I'm definitely going to California. I'm going to be a criminal lawyer. Of course, it all takes about 20 years.
We'll be dead by then.
Well, I believe in having a goal. That's where you succeed. Actually, that's your trouble. You've no ambition. Ambition.
People, how are you guys doing? You know, one of these days I'm gonna get this right, by the way. One of these days I'm gonna get it right. We are a little bit late again today because I had some technical difficulties, but I think we are good now. And again, it's like I have no idea why. Like, it's just like I've restarted my computer and boom, it worked. So anyways, we shall move on from that. Today's motivational quote of the day is: you cannot win in life if you are losing in your mind. All about mindset. How do you approach the issues you have in your life? Are you gonna approach them with a losing attitude? Are you going, just because it looks bad, are you gonna be all negative about it, start complaining about it, or you know, start putting everybody around you down, start wanting everybody to feel sad for you? Nobody's gonna feel sad for you. Yeah, you may be in a bad situation. Yeah, that's true. What are you going to do about it? How are you going to respond? What are you going to do to fix that? What are you going to do to get through that? It's better to go through a bad situation with a positive attitude than it is to go through a negative. It's better to go through a bad situation with a positive attitude than it is to go through a bad situation with a negative attitude. Either way, a negative attitude is not going to get you any farther in life. So you cannot win in life if you're losing in your mind. So start winning. Start thinking like winners. Start thinking like champs. Start thinking like a successful person. It's not going to be easy, no. It's going to be hard, yes. But it's going to be harder if you're going to be negative about it. And ain't nobody going to want to support you if you're always negative. Ain't nobody going to want to help you if you're always negative. Nobody wants you to be around if you're always negative. Yeah, maybe you have a hard life. I understand. We all have issues that we go through. But if you bring other people around you down because you're having a bad day, because you're having a bad situation, a bad week, then nobody's going to want to be around you in your negative mindset. So clean that up and remember, winning, because in the end, it's all going to get better. Find Your Passion was telling me this last night. In the end, everything will be okay. And if everything is not okay, then it's not the end. Gotta love it. Let's keep it moving. Okay, so we're back at Infinite Flight today. Planning on doing a flight from Atlanta, Georgia. Now, this kind of sucks because when I originally planned this, this flight, I planned it this morning, and today is the day the expert server is flying Frontier. We're not flying Frontier, but they're controlling at all the Frontier hubs, and that's why we're flying Frontier Airlines today. But so Atlanta, Orlando, I think Cleveland, a lot of these different places, Denver, LAS are all places that they're supposed to be controlling at. So originally I chose Denver to Las Vegas, but then I saw that there was ATC online here from Atlanta to Orlando. So I was like, oh yeah, cool, let's do Atlanta to Orlando. It's about an hour or so flight. Sounds like a lot of fun. But because we had all these technical difficulties and the time that it took me to get that fixed, now Orlando is gone. So we know it, whatever. We're just gonna hop into Atlanta and do our own thing. Let's go to Infinite Passenger very quickly and hit start on that. All right, 109 souls on board. And we're going to be flying in the Airbus A320. I am personally going to be using the Frontier Aussie livery. Now, you can use whichever you like. Frontier has about 4 or 5 really cool liveries here that you can use. I chose to use Aussie, which is like a little whale or killer whale behind it. And again, you can use whatever you want. And also the A318 also has another Frontier livery if you don't like the others. So I recommend you use the Airbus A3, one of the Airbuses, Frontier, but that's what I'm going to be using. And I really love that livery. Wow, like, as you can see, ATC is quickly getting offline. We only have Atlanta online, so it looks like we may only have ATC for our departure and probably nothing else. So I would like to have ATC. It'd be really cool if I could, like, collaborate with IFATC. Oh, it's very foggy. Was not expecting fog. It'd be really cool if we could, like, choreograph with those guys and be like, hey man, if it's okay, I'll be streaming at this time. I'll be having a lot of traffic, and you should definitely open up while we're flying. So, oh well, I tried to kind of like get some ATC, because usually we don't have ATC when we fly, and Expert Server ATC is so great except for that one time. But for the most part, they're really good. So anyways, let's see. All right, so today's flight is gonna be taking us from Atlanta, Georgia, down south to Florida, down to Kilo Mike Charlie Oscar, which is right down here. It's only about an hour flight. On FlightAware, it tells us this should be an hour and 30, but for us, you know how it is, guys. I always get there early, so it's probably going to be about an hour and maybe just barely an hour, maybe just about an hour max. So let's see, we need to get our flight plan. I have my flight plan made in my notes, and I did not go and copy that, so let me go see if I can find that in my notes without showing any personal information. No. Okay, good. Blue Games, stream. Let's see, Frontier. I think this is it. Yeah, this is my flight plan right here. If you have an iPhone, this makes it a whole lot easier. I don't know how this works on Android, but I just basically just copy it just like that. All right, calibrate. All right. We're going to search, and now I know that some of these waypoints are not going to show up, so I'm going to delete that too. I'm going to delete that 4, and everything else looks good. I do want to add, I actually do want to fly the departure, though. I already have the departure, so I kind of want to fly the departure because I actually downloaded it, and I have the chart for it. It's the Smiltz departure or something like that. So let's see. I may go ahead and just do that. Let's go ahead and add that. So today, winds are in favor of the 0908 side. So we'll probably taking off on runway 09 left. That's what we're closest to. But he could also give us 08 right. But either way, it's going in basically the same direction. So I'm going to pull up that chart for you guys so you guys can see it. And just so you know, I am not looking at the chat just yet. I'm looking at the charts, and so we can get our flight started, and then I'll be looking at the chat a little bit more. So, all right, so we'll be taking off heading 095. We'll probably be on the southern side of the runway here, so it means we'll be flying to Grits right here. So we'll be flying heading 095, and then make a right turn, depending on which runway we're at, to Grits. So see if we can add Grits, to see if that exists, because I don't know. Again, around certain airports, you don't find a lot of waypoints. All right, cool. We got that one. So that'll actually be our first waypoint right there. Now, let's see. The issue with me doing it like this is that now it's going to be at the very end. So I really probably should have did this earlier instead of doing it now. All right, so from Grits, we'll continue to Heisman. I remember that song. HYZMN. Nice. We may have a good one today where all this waypoints actually show up as they should. That's gonna go after Grits, and after Heisman we'll be going to Trophy. Trophy's here. TROFY. And I can't type this morning. All right, that one's not there. So from there we'll be flying basically to Smiltz, which I think is already there. Which I don't really understand why this looks this way, because you look at the chart, you kind of see how it's, 095 basically runway heading to Grits, which is right where it probably should be, and then after that you go south to Heisman, but for whatever reason Smiltz is like up there. Like, that's really weird. I don't know if that's really where that waypoint is supposed to be, but I don't think that is where that waypoint is supposed to be. Let's search the next one, WALET. And I may just go direct to that one. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and delete that waypoint because that doesn't make any sense for us to turn around and then go to WALET. So that's going to be our departure out of Atlanta, Georgia. And let's go take a look. Actually, we'll add the arrival later. So let's just get started with that. So right now, we're not going to worry about the arrival. We have everything we need for this flight to get started. All we need to do is now request our clearance for pushback. So let's go to Hartsfield Jackson. Actually, that's tower. Ground and request pushback.
Hartsfield Jackson ground, Blue 116, ready for pushback.
And while we're waiting for him, we'll go ahead and
Jackson
see.
Ground, Lima November Echo Hotel Sierra.
All right, so top altitude for the departure is going to be.
Pushback approved. Expects
All right, pushback approved. Expect runway 08 right. Okay, cool. Acknowledge.
Frontier
So we'll go ahead and push back now. Pushback. Smoking signs on. Seatbelt signs on. Nav lights on. Beacon lights on. Starting engine number 2. Our top altitude today is going to be 10,000 for our departure. There we go. Calibrate our screen. Ooh, one thing we did forget to do, and that is weight and balance. So we'll do that once we push back. That's not very realistic to do that after you push back and get the engine started, but that's the way the infinite flight works right now. But today we'll be expecting, let's see, actually before that, we need to push back nose to the left. Alright, nose to the left, other way. That way. But we'll be expecting a flight of hour and a half max, but we'll probably only be about an hour 15.
Ready for pushback. Pushback approved. Saudi 14.
So that means we'll probably put in, I assume, let's see, how much fuel should we put? Alright, so brakes are back on.
Holding position.
We'll go ahead and go to weight and balance. We'll go ahead and put 2 hours and a half. That gives us an extra hour. Plus 15, so go 2 hours and 45 minutes. Passenger, everything else looks good. Alright, so time's all set. Alright, so we need to go ahead and get the engine started and taxi so the rest of these guys can push back, because ground is not going to give them clearance to push back until we are out of the way. Because right now we're in conflict with the guys around us. Alright, starting engine number 1. And man, it is foggy, guys. This is really cool how foggy it is. Like, I'm liking this. I'm really liking this.
Hartsfield Jackson ground, Delta Echo Foxtrot Lima Oscar.
Alright, so real quick, let's get a screenshot while we're waiting for the engines to start up.
Ready to taxi. I'm sorry, Delta.
And guys, again, we're on expert service today, so definitely follow directions or you will definitely get ghosted. That is a fact. Because ATC don't play around here.
Please wait for clearance before taxiing. I'm sorry, Lima November Echo Hotel Sierra.
That's a pretty good shot right there with the fog and the Frontiers behind us. Loving it, loving it. Alright, we'll go ahead and request taxi so we get out of the way while taking all these screenshots. Request taxi to the active, which is going to be 8 right for us.
Lima November Echo Hotel Sierra. Taxi to runway 09 left. Contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 09 left. Lima November Echo Hotel Sierra.
Alright, taxi to runway 8 right, contact tower when ready. Alright, let's take a look in front of us because there was an aircraft ahead of us. I think he's already put taxiing, is he? He's not moving just yet, but we'll go ahead and just taxi right up behind him.
Contact tower when ready. Hartsfield Jackson ground, Quebec Juliet 102, ready to taxi. Taxiing to runway 08 right, Blue 116. Quebec Juliet 102. Please check tutorials.
Wow, this is going to be a very foggy departure. The good thing about around here is there's no mountains around this area, so we don't really have to worry about any terrain through the fog. So I mean, it's just going to look really cool when we get out of the fog. So I'm excited about that. Alright, so I believe, and what I can do is I can actually pull up the chart for the airport diagram, so that way we can actually know where we're taxiing to, even though we're in the fog. So I think we are at
Frontier Flight 272.
ramp
Please follow instructions.
2?
I'm sorry. Frontier
yeah, we're ramp 2, so we'll probably take Foxtrot 2 to hotel.
Frontier Flight 5150, ready for pushback.
I can already hear ATC like telling people to follow instructions and stuff. It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. It's funny to me. Maybe not funny for you guys, but it's funny to me. You gotta be careful too, because when they say follow instructions, that's like your last warning. Maybe not your last warning, but it's one of your last warnings. Once you hear, please read tutorials for or whatever. That's when it's over. That's when you get ghosted right there.
November 565 Victor Kilo, ready for pushback. I'm sorry.
Alright, this is gonna be us right here to the left, and 8 right is me basically right in front of us. Actually, I think we probably could have went to the right over where he is. So I don't think this is gonna take us. No, this is not gonna take us to the runway. So we're gonna need to move back to the other side.
Ready to taxi. Frontier Flight 272.
In this situation, it'll be perfect for like taxi lights because you know you can't even see anything in the fog area.
Quebec Juliet 102.
Can't see anything at all.
Holding position. Quebec Juliet 102.
I'm loving this fog. I love flying. I love fog, like flying in the fog in Infinite Flight, because they did a very good job on showing what fog looks like. Very low visibility. Let's take a look at the METAR today. Winds are 100 at 4 knots. Visibility is 1/4 statute mile. Wow, that's like nothing. As we look out the window, we can see that is definitely true. Probably even less than 1/4 mile. So we'll go ahead and taxi behind him, and we'll contact tower now. And this will be one of the first times we actually get out of here earlier than everybody else because of AT. So thank you to ATC. Who is it today? It is IFATC Jose Ascana. Alright, we have our trim set to 10%. Flaps are set to 2. Altitude is set. Our flight plan is complete. We're holding short of runway 08 right. Yep, that is confirmed.
Lima, November,
we'll go ahead and request takeoff.
Line up and wait for runway
departing to the
left.
south.
Hartsfield Jackson Tower,
and
116.
That's about it. That's what we need to do. That's what we need to wait for.
08 right, departing
if I go to tower view, we probably won't even see ourselves. Not at all. Tower view is just non-existent. Can't see anything.
Line up and wait for runway 09 left. Lima, November, Echo Hotel Sierra.
He hasn't replied yet.
Saudi 14, contact
yeah, fog is dense this morning in Atlanta. Amazing, loving it, loving the dense fog in Atlanta right now. This makes things a little bit more interesting because I've flown to Atlanta before and I wasn't really expecting anything, you know, special. But adding the weather element to it really changes it. That's why clouds are so important in flight sims also, because it changes it. You know, like when you fly to the same place over and over, but if you fly there a different time of day with a, you know, different weather and, you know, maybe overcast, then it kind of changes the entire approach. So it's really cool. Alright, so we're still waiting to get our clearance for takeoff. I have not received it just yet. There it is. Alright, clear to takeoff. We'll go ahead and turn the strobes on, landing lights on. Release park and brake and start rolling onto runway 08 right.
November Echo Hotel Sierra. Contact Atlanta approach on 127.9er. Contacting Atlanta approach on 127.9er.
Nice. I don't know why you guys are suggesting me do trim 15, but why not? Whatever. It doesn't really matter, but I mean, it does, but it doesn't at the same time. Like, I don't need it. Cruising altitude will be, today the cruising altitude will be flight level 390. And again, the flight details are in the description of this video, including the time, altitude, all that good stuff, aircraft. If you would like to see the real life flight, like not the live flight, but like the, man, this looks so good. Hold on, I gotta take a screenshot of this. Oh my god. Sorry. All right, we're ready to go. All right, airspeed is alive. We are rolling on runway 08 right. We did put fuel in this thing, right? Yeah. Last thing you want the pilot to say when you're on takeoff, did we put fuel? Alright, that's V1.
November 56
VR, rotate, smooth. Alright, visibility is nothing. We'll probably be out of the fog very quickly though. Alright, positive climb, gear up, contact Atlanta approach, acknowledge the handoff. I'm gonna climb at about 195. There we go. Right now we're flying base completely IFR. Flying by the instruments.
Contacting
Alright,
Atlanta
and let's go ahead and
approach on
contact
127.9er,
approach, check in.
Blue 116.
And we, wow, above the fog that fast at 2,000 feet.
Reduce speed
We're above the fog at 2,000 feet, just so you guys know behind us.
Frontier flight 118.
So just hold
Do
runway
not
heading
exceed
and then do
270
that. So,
knots. Do not exceed 270
alright, we'll see. Alright, Roger, we're gonna
knots.
request radar vectors
Atlanta
to
approach,
Orlando.
Blue 116 with you.
And I'm not trying to turn, it's actually just me like trying to look at other
Turn
things.
right, heading 070. Descend and maintain 3000. Maintain 3000 until established.
Alright, turn left heading 090, climb to 8,000. Alright, we'll do that.
Blue 116. Roger.
Acknowledge. What did he say?
Echo
0
Hotel
what?
Sierra.
090.
Turn right, heading 100. Climb
Oh wait,
and
we're already
maintain
flying 090.
15,000. Blue 116 is 2 nautical miles east of Hartsfield Jackson at
So we'll lock that there.
3,600 feet.
And we'll
Requesting
bring that
radar
vertical
vectors
speed
to
way,
Orlando
way down.
International. Blue 116.
No need to go
Turn
that
left,
fast.
heading 090.
So basically he wants us to
Climb
fly
and
runway
maintain
heading
8,000.
right now.
Turn
Because
right,
the runway heading is
270.
090.
Saudi 14. Turn left, heading 090.
So again, this is like the first time we've actually got out of here like ahead of the line. Thanks to ATC, usually everybody pushes back at the same time, which doesn't make any sense.
Good day. Lima November Echo Hotel Sierra.
But today,
Turn right, heading 140. Lima November Echo Hotel
ATC
Sierra.
held everybody at the gate while we were pushing back, so we got lucky.
Sierra. Resume mode navigation.
Alright, now that we've taken off, we can get rid of the trim. Alright, turn right heading 100, climb to 12,000.
Contact Orlando International
Oh, wait,
Unicom on
yeah,
122.95. November
There we go.
565 Victor
Acknowledge.
Kilo. Turn right, heading 090. Climb and maintain 8,000.
Wait,
Contacting
oh, we're already flying
Orlando
100.
International Unicom on 122.95.
So this is how
November
ATC is
Echo
supposed to
Hotel
work,
Sierra.
guys. This guy is doing a great job. This is IFATC flying high, so we got 2 controllers with us today. So shout out to these guys, because so far they've been doing a great job. We have IFATC Jose Ascana and IFATC flying high. I resume on navigation, that means I can continue to fly my departure route, so I go ahead and turn on my approach, my nav mode, and we'll contact Orlando Unicom. That's just basically giving us the switch. Dopeness. Yeah, so basically departure, what he's doing is that a lot of, you check in with departure, and just, departure doesn't seem like a big job, but basically what departure does is it has to spread out the departing traffic. So you see there's multiple planes flying out at the same time, so he flew us out. We didn't turn just yet, but he flew us out just so that the plane behind us would have room to fly runway heading and climb.
Papa Delta 727. Contact Hartsfield Jackson Tower on 119.1.
BS, our flight level, our cruising altitude will be flight level 390. He gave us 12,000. Now that he's handed us off to Unicom, we were actually able to do our, resume our own navigation and basically fly to whatever flight level we would like to. But man, look at this outside view. It looks like we're actually flying over the clouds. This is cool. Gotta get another screenshot out here. If I can find one that I like, let's do that one right there. Love it, love it, love it. I like Frontier has never really been on my radar as far as an airline or even an airline that has cool liveries, but since this update is kind of brought, it's kind of showed me okay, they have some pretty cool liveries. I really enjoy their version of the Airbus. I really like it. I still don't fly Frontier all that often, but I do really like this this livery. This is probably definitely one of my top 10 favorite liveries. Maybe even top 5. I don't know. I may have to do a video like that one day. Top 5 favorite liveries. Oh my god, it's turning me around. Oh, I didn't realize that. Let's not go that way. We need to change our waypoint to the next one because this is actually just flying us in the wrong direction. Let's go to WALET. Activate that leg. No, Heisman. Let's fly to Heisman. So that'll turn us back around, hopefully. I should have been paying attention. I didn't realize we were flying the wrong way. I mean, obviously, as you look over the fog, everything looks exactly the same. Man, I just missed somebody's notification. I am sorry for that. It's all good if you miss the streams. I know people have lives. I mean, I have a life. I missed my own stream yesterday. All right, we got Jose Augusto. Thank you for the subscription. Welcome to the Blue Arrow Royal family. But yeah, speaking of that, I did miss my own stream yesterday because if you guys follow me on Twitter and on Discord, I posted, saying that I had a lot of work that I had to do and catch up on. Had a very crazy weekend, and then trying to catch up with after the holiday break and everything. So it was pretty crazy, and I was like, what, I'm just not really. I really need to focus on getting my work done. I can't do a stream today, so. Sadly, I was not able to stream yesterday. I really wanted to because I was actually planning on flying in Japan, and we haven't flown there on a stream yet. So it really sucks that we weren't able to stream, but it's all good. I may have a day this week when I'm able to do 2 streams in the day. So I don't know what day it's going to be, but we'll see. Maybe either Thursday or Friday. No, Wednesday or Thursday. But we'll see. We'll see when that day comes. Actually, today is Wednesday. All right. So we'll see. Cedric Manga, thank you for the subscription. Welcome to the Blue Arrow Royal family. And again, I'm sorry for those first 2 notifications that showed up. That I missed. I was not paying attention. I wasn't able to see it, so I apologize for that. I'm gonna go back and look at our most recent ones. I'm probably pull out on the screen right now, but matter of fact, let's see. I pull up the events. I can't really see it on my little screen. I'll put that up for a little bit so that everybody can see who is supporting the channel. So thank you guys again, and also thank you Noah Seaton for that new sponsorship, man. That is amazing. So I want to say appreciate that. Huge thank you to you, my friend. Thank you for supporting the channel financially. I really appreciate that. All right, next waypoint is going to be Heisman. I'm actually going to go ahead and switch to WALET. I'm going to activate that. That'll turn us out here. Yeah, that works right there. All right, we're above 10,000 feet, passing the 14,700 feet right now. Flaps are up, gears up, spoilers are off, land lights are off, seatbelt signs we can actually turn off. It's very smooth right now, and I believe that is the end of our after takeoff checklist. So I hope you guys doing great. We'll be climbing up to flight level 390. We looks like we are only about an hour or so en route. As you can see, our fuel is in the red, but I'm pretty sure we'll be fine. Right now it's because we're in a climb. Once we get to our cruising altitude, everything, all the fuel levels will even out and stuff like that. So I'm not too worried about that at all. It would be amazing if we could get some ATC in Orlando. But hey, we got ATC in Atlanta. That was nice. That was nice. So, but it sucks is, again, like right before I started streaming, Orlando had been open for a while. So it's just tougher to get ATC on Expert Server. And the fog just went away, just like that. Just like that. I'm just like, whenever I fly Frontier, I'm just like stuck looking at the plane. A whole different animal. Flyfrontier.com. Aussie version. Which I assume is the name of that whale. Alright, one more screenshot. Alright, so we depart in Atlanta, Georgia for Orlando, Florida. And as of right now, we should probably be having a crosswind as we're flying out of Georgia. But once we get into Florida, we'll have a tailwind. I am pretty sure of it. I'm going to check the winds before we got started today, and that's what it looked like. So we'll see if that is true. But we'll find out. Andrew Cunninson, you don't like Frontier. Sucks for you. I don't have anything against them. Like, I've never flown Frontier. I probably would never fly. Well, I can't say would never fly at Frontier. But I've never flown Frontier Airlines in real life. I just like the livery. And when it comes to me liking airlines, it's because of their livery, to be completely honest with you. I don't know a whole lot about every single airline out there. I know a lot about aviation and stuff, but I don't have the, the scoop on every single airline. When I choose an airline to fly, like on Infinite Flight, if I'm not going to choose the realistic airline that's flying that route, I usually choose either by just a favorite airframe that I like Airbus or Boeing, or I choose by the livery. So for example, Air New Zealand. I love Air New Zealand. I don't know anything about the actual airline of Air New Zealand. Never been to Air New Zealand, never flown it. But I like delivery, and so therefore I like the airline. Same with Frontier. I like deliveries, therefore I like the airline. Southwest, I actually know a little bit more about Southwest. I don't have anything against them. I've never flown them, but I do like their newest version of delivery. Who else do I like the livery of? United, I like them because of the airline itself, not because of livery, because they don't have the coolest livery. But I like them just because I always fly them. Delta, I like them because I've flown them. I like American Airlines because I fly them. I also do like the American Airlines delivery. Oh, and we're getting over some more fog cover down here. Yes, and that's just me. I know a lot of people are like that also. It's like you see planes, you see the paint job that it has, and you just like the paint job. You're like, that's a really cool paint job. That's a really cool plane, you know? So that's where it all starts. I mean, at some point, you don't know everything, you know, about the airline. You don't know everything about the company itself, so, or even how it is flying with them. You just like them by their looks. It sounds bad, but it's true. Thank you, Brown Attack 01230. Yeah, I now see that I got a new follow from you on Twitch, so thank you for that Twitch follow. Welcome to the Twitch Royal family. All right, we are passing 25,000, and guys, now that we are you know, on Unicom and out of the airspace of ATC, we need to go back to normal and maintain visual separation. Remember, if you are cruise at a different altitude than the person ahead of you, so that you don't have a in-air collision, because those are extremely annoying. How you doing, MK Gamer? You don't have to say that multiple times. I see your message. What speed am I gonna be? That is a great question. Probably, I'll probably go like Mach, and this is not realistic. This is just me guessing. I will probably do Mach 0.79 or something like that. Yeah, I'll probably do 0.79 because I mean it's a short flight. We're not in a rush. So yeah, there we go. So we're already at 0.83. So we'll do 0.79, which I don't know how slow that actually is. So we'll see. In the description I put ground speeds of 505, I think. So I may keep it where we were. 'Cause I feel like we slowed down a ton, but we'll see. We'll just do 0.79. That'll work out. Again, short flight. We're only 30 minutes from the destination, and we're not even to our cruising altitude yet. We still have 10,000 feet to climb. Speaking of that, let's climb a little bit faster. Yeah, that fog is back. I hope there's fog in Orlando, but I kind of doubt it. It's really far down there. Looks like once we get past this airport here, oh, well, actually, it just updated. The weather just updated, and now it's not foggy here. So we'll see. But I think the fog will be going away pretty soon. It's probably just a morning fog, you know. But the weather in Orlando is 40, 10 knots. Clear visibility, so we won't be getting any of that there. You don't see a lot of fog like that on coastal areas, like near the beach. It doesn't really happen. But I think once my weather updates, that you see right now, it's in the red. Once it updates, I think this fog is gonna go away. Yep, and there it goes. Alexis, I will not be doing an engine shutdown on this stream, but nice suggestion. When you do an engine failure, you can't just, I mean, like if I ever do an engine failure for a live stream, you won't know that I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be a surprise. Like, I would rather my, engine failure seem like an actual accidental engine failure, and not just like, oh, let's just shut the engine off and then pretend like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I'd rather kind of be more of a surprise. I think it'd be more interesting if we did it that way. Alright, so if anybody who's on IFATC is watching, you should definitely open up Orlando right now. I'm just saying. I would love to have some ATC going into Orlando. Today is not any type of an event, so not expecting to get full ATC anyways, but it just would be nice. It would be nice. All right, our next waypoint is WALET. That'll be our transition out of our departure. Actually, that'll be our first actual waypoint, I believe. Yeah. Pretty cool, planes and trains channel. You're learning ATC, cool man. I'm supposed to be learning too, but the guy who's supposed to be teaching me has been like always busy. Or it's not just him busy, I'm busy too. But it's just our schedules don't match up, so I haven't been able to finish my training for IFATS. But I am training for IFATC. So I just have to wait a little while to take my test again because I failed it. Failed it by about, what, 20%, about 15% below what I needed to get to pass. So, but I learned from my mistakes. I saw what I did wrong. There was a few different procedures that I wasn't completely 100% sure on, and I kind of guessed on them. So, but I get to take it again. So I'll be taking it again in a week or two. Alright, making a left turn to the next waypoint. It's going to be OTK, Oscar Tango Kilo. Oh, nice. Hakai Heidi, you purchased a joystick for X-Plane 11 and you got the Thrustmaster. Which version? Because I'm actually looking into getting a joystick also for X-Plane. And you could also use that same joystick for Infinite Flight if you want to. Don't worry about the Infinite Flight pilot. I mean, you don't have to be like when people kind of say, oh, I'm so far behind, well, maybe that's a good thing, because again, like, we need to be spaced out. Like, every stream, it seems like we're all on top of each other, and then we have to worry about spacing when we land. But because we had ATC this time, there was a bit more spacing, which makes it better for us in the long run, because when we land, we don't have to worry about landing on top of each other. So I would rather you be far behind than be on top of me, and I would rather be far behind myself than be on top of somebody else. So, but yeah, what kind of which Thrustmaster yoke or joystick did you get? Uh-oh, Dan Simmer, I missed what you said. Yeah, Zachary, they were open in an hour ago. In MCO. Scenery does look pretty good here. I mean, there's no like mountains or anything, but I mean, as far as, I mean, it looks like Georgia. You know, I guess this is what it looks like. So it does look very good though. What website? There's no website, bro. Just Google it, man. Google the airport. Google MCO. Google KMCO, and you'll find all the charts you need. Nice, Brian Attack. By next week, you say you're gonna be getting Infinite Flight Pro. Excited for you, man. Excited for you. And Hakai Heidi, you said you're getting the Hotas Flight X. Yeah, that's definitely a good one. I've been looking into that I keep saying yoke. Joystick. I've been looking into getting that joystick myself. Like that exact one is the one I actually want. I actually have it on my wish list on my Streamlabs, which is in the link in the description. By the way, just throwing that out there if anybody wants to donate. But I want to get that one. That's the one I want to get. I looked at a lot of videos. I saw a few different joysticks, but I like that one because I kind of like being able to control the throttle with a separate hand and then have the yoke. And it also has a swivel so that you can kind of turn for the rudder and yaw and stuff like that. So I definitely want that one. I've already decided that is the joystick that I want. The Thrustmaster Hotas Flight X. That's like $100. It was actually on sale for Cyber Monday, and I wasn't able to get it because I didn't have the money. But I mean, remember, I have a whole new computer coming in, so I don't have a lot more money to spend. Nico Arrow, nobody knows when the MD-11 is coming out. I don't know what else to say. We don't know when it's coming out. There's no more information about when it's coming out. We just keep getting a lot of teases about all the testing they're doing, as usual. Because I feel like Flying Dev Studios is such a tease. Such a tease. Whenever they have a new update coming out, they tease it so bad. Like, so much. I mean, I get why they do it a little bit, but sometimes I feel like they go overboard. Like, I'm like, okay, just stop. Just I don't want to know. I don't want to see it anymore. I don't want to see it in Instagram until I see it in my app store. Kareem Hani, I will not be doing another flight after this. I gotta go to work. So this will be the only flight. We used to do like 2 flights, but it depends on how much work I have to do each day. So today we'll only be doing this 1 flight. Whenever you're trying to scratch something off of your screen, swiping. Somebody says there's fog in Orlando. We'll see. The METAR does not say that there's fog in Orlando, but the METAR could be wrong. Dan Simmer, you say you have that joystick for FSX and X-Plane. Cool. Is it pretty good? Do you like it? Do you have any complaints about it? Oh no, Kareem. I mean, well, if the game glitched, I mean, it's not too late. We're still 30 minutes out from Orlando, so I mean, you still have plenty of time to join and like catch us somewhere. I mean, you could probably start from Jacksonville, be a good place to fly from. You actually be ahead of us. You started from Jacksonville, which is a KJax right here. Blue 114, Frontier Flight 47, way ahead of us. And see who else do we have with us today. Callum, we have Mateus, Frontier Flight 1560, Frontier Flight 252, Sid 905, welcome, welcome. 78, Captain Ryan. We also have Frontier Flight 5150, Sky Blue, or believe, I assume you meant to say blue. Saudi 14, IFFG. And I also have Frontier Flight 320, Nico Aero in the back. And I think we have one more. I don't know. Because some of these may or may not be us. Because, I mean, everybody knows that, you know, IFATC is open with Frontier right now. So some of these people could just be other people. But I'm not sure who all is with us and who's not. But I know that everybody who's probably flying from Atlanta to Orlando is probably flying with us. So let's start thinking about descending. Because we're only 30 minutes out from our destination. And that is not very far at all. Oh wow, you have the Squirrel computer. I don't really know the Squirrel computer, but I know the Squirrel has like a computer. You know what I mean? So that's really cool. I bet it's a very good one. Nico Aero, you have a Logitech joystick for X-Plane 11. Cool, man. I'm pretty sold on the Thrustmaster version. I already have a Thrustmaster product. I have a Thrustmaster racing wheel, and I really love it. So I'm definitely down. I'm pretty excited about getting a Thrustmaster joystick also for my flying simulation and for my flight combat simulation. So we'll see. I'm hoping maybe to get one maybe in the next couple months, maybe by Christmas, or maybe not until like January. I'm not sure. It depends on how everything goes. I still need to buy other people's presents. I can't keep buying my own self presents. Yes, we do need ATC as true, Jumpy Ryan. I also need to get a headset too, so I need to get a headset before I get a joystick, because the headset is actually more important than the headset to me right now. Alright, so again, thinking about descent, so we do have a arrival that we have planned, and that is going to be the Piglet 4 arrival. Let me go ahead and bring that up on the screen for us right now, and we'll be doing our arrival briefing. We do have a start that we're flying today. So, alright, so Piglet, so we'll be flying from OTK, which is in front of us. That's about 5 minutes ahead of us. That's this right here. And from there, we headed to Hakuna, when you'd be expected flight level 270. So first of all, go and find out if these waypoints are in infinite flight. So we go to our map, and we already have OTK, so we just need Hakuna. HKUNA. Is that gonna pop up? Yes, it is. I love it when that happens. Cool. So we'll select that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and delete Piglet. Yeah, I love that waypoint name, Piglet. That is funny. I'm gonna delete MCO and I'm gonna delete Piglet. So that way we're basically just gonna kind of like, as I add waypoints, I don't have to worry about moving that waypoint. So from Hakuna we'll be going to Matata. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. I now want to fly into this airport a lot more because of that. Hakuna Matata. That is amazing. And they both showed up. I love you. I love you, aviation people. Whoever thought of that, I don't know who names waypoints, but that's amazing. Hakuna Matata. And then, okay, all of them are freaking Disney references. Jasmine. Princess Jasmine. They should call this the Disney arrival, not the Piglet arrival. Alright, so that's there. Cool, I love it when they're all there. And from there, we'll be continuing to Jafar. Oh my gosh, every single one of these waypoints are Disney. I mean, Disney is in Orlando, so that makes a lot of sense. But this makes this flight a lot more fun because of the name of these waypoints. Alright, next is Rafiki. Oh my god, every single one. I'm like, I can't wait to know what all the waypoints are now. This is so fun. This is so cool. Like, I am like overexcited about all these names. And then Tigger. Oh my gosh, Tigger is freaking there. There's a Tigger waypoint. Because of this reason, I'm probably gonna, whenever I fly to Florida, I'm probably gonna fly into Orlando from now on instead of flying into Miami, because this is so much cooler. These waypoints make it so much cooler. Alright, so from Tigger, then we need to find out, we need to go ahead and choose what runway we're gonna be flying to. So let's take a look at the METAR, the current METAR in Orlando, to see what runway should we be expecting. So it looks like the winds are in favor of 3.6 and 3.5. Winds are 4.0 at 10. Visibility says it's clear. That's what it says. I'm not sure that's true. Let's go ahead and do this. Check the weather. Yeah, so it says it's clear. Let's go. I don't really know where we should land. Usually the longer runways they use for takeoff, and the shorter runways they use for landing. So let's go ahead and go with 3.5 left. Yeah, we'll do 3.5 left, because why not? I mean, I don't really have any other reason to do it. It's just, we have 4 runways, so I just choose 3.5 left. Alright, so that being said, which is, that's going to be, what, north operation? Yeah, that's north operation. So this is going to be right here. So you see where I said it's north operation. So that means we're going to continue to Jafar, which we've already put down, I think. Yeah, Jafar to KY, or Kiwi? Where's Kiwi? Oh, Kiwi's way over here. Yeah, so basically we'll be taking this route and not the other. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, so that means we'll be taking Tawana as our next waypoint. Hopefully, you probably, some of you may not understand what I'm talking about, but it's okay. You will learn. And I kind of want to do a tutorial on charts, but I don't think I am ready. Like, I don't think I know enough about charts to actually teach them accurately. Like, I don't think that it would actually, I think it'd be more beneficial for you to go to someone else to teach you charts. Because right now, basically, I'm just following this little route right here. SH bag. I don't know if the rest of these are Disney references, because I don't recognize the rest of these names. And then we have Kiss Me Gateway, which it's an airport we'll be flying over, and then KY, K whatever. K like that. Man, every single one of these waypoints has showed up except for one. And then from there we'll be vectored to the approach for Orlando. So we'll go ahead and go back, and as we zoom out, that'll put us right to the south side of the runway. Yeah, and we actually need to already descend to 27,000. I'm sorry. We need to be at 27,000 at Hakuna. I'm gonna set our altitude to that. Yeah, so we're turning now. We're only, wow, we're close. We're only like a couple minutes away from it, so we're probably gonna miss it. So let's go ahead and try to get to Matata at 25,000, and we'll basically just like go all the way down, because we actually kind of missed our top of descent. One, I didn't really calculate for top of descent, and two, we started too late, too close to these waypoints to actually really accurately get down in time. So we're just gonna go 2,000 feet per minute, which is as fast as I can get it to go, until we get to 25,000. And our next altitude restriction will not come until we get to Piglet, which I don't think I even put in. Did we actually put Piglet in? It's Jafar, but no, we didn't put Piglet. So let's go ahead and put Piglet in, because I deleted it and never put it back. There she is. Alright, so we'll just move that back up after where, I think that goes after Jafar. Yeah, there we go. I like that. Cool. All right, so our arrival is all planned out. Only thing we're missing now is our actual final approach waypoint. So, but we have enough waypoints to get us to where we need to go. We just need to make sure that we, you know, get our altitudes correct. Right now, we're above where we need to be. We're 10,000 feet actually above the altitude we need to be at. So I may put spoilers out, get a little bit of drag in there. That may or may not help us at this moment in time. We'll slow down even a bit more. Maybe, yeah, we can probably leave it slowing down right now. Maybe, I don't know if that is a smart thing to do at this point, because we could get slower. We could definitely get slower. But I don't want to slow down too much because we have a lot of traffic behind us, and I don't want them to catch us, and then we have separation issues. Look at the traffic behind. Look how close. Look at this. Look how close they are to each other. Like, I don't want to have to worry about that. So we're gonna keep our speed the same and just descend. So if we don't get down in time, we'll just do a 360 or something like that to get it fixed. But okay, so our arrival, this is the Piglet 4 arrival, is all good to go. Basically, once we get to WY, we just need to turn left heading 095 until we basically meet the localizer for whichever runway we decide to go on, which is for us is going to be 3, what was it again? 3, come on. I think it was 3-5 left, that's what it was. 3-5 left, cool. All right, so we can take that off of the screen. I'm gonna go ahead and download the approach chart also for the runway. I'm probably just gonna draw it out anyways on Infinite Flight, but I just want to get a good idea of what the altitude is for it, because sometimes the altitude between the arrival and approach are a bit different. Just a bit different. So I believe we're over Florida now. We should be able to, once we get closer to Orlando, actually be able to see the coast, but not yet. It'll be off our left wing. All right, Mr. Sloth, see you later. Nico Arrow, visibility is good. It says on the METAR that the visibility is good in Orlando. It could be wrong because, again, my weather doesn't say that it's updating like it should be. But it says on the map right now that visibility is clear, basically. All right, right now we're still headed to Matata. We're 3 minutes out from Matata. We need to be at 25,000 feet there. We are about 6,000 feet above our target altitude for this section of the arrival. But I'm not too worried about it because I know that we'll catch up. We've already caught up quite a bit. All right, so while we're descending, we'll go ahead and let's go ahead and finish out this this approach here. Let me go ahead and bring up. I just downloaded the approach chart, or is it arrival? Should I say arrival? Whatever, the ILS chart. I've downloaded the ILS chart for ILS localized runway 35 left, and let's see. We'll expect about 5,000 at Nagi. Let's see if we can find Nagi. There's Nagi right here. So 5,000 when we get to Nagi. And from there, Fabuk, we want to be at 4,000 feet. And then Fitem, 3,000. Spur, 1,600. And then that's basically our last one that we really need. And then that's the last waypoint there. And boom, MCO, Orlando. Pretty simple. Very, very simple approach today. Basically, we fly into a right downwind for runway 35 left is basically what we're going to be doing in the approach. So very simple. Weather's looking pretty good, really good in Orlando. No fog. Winds are pretty not too bad either. So it should be pretty straightforward. Hopefully today I can get a better landing. I really need to work on my landings. I've been working on them slowly, but just trying to get better at them because they've been pretty rocky lately. But the cool thing about me learning all this stuff is as we fly, as I progress in my own knowledge in aviation and things like that, you're gonna be able to see my progress of my landings, of my knowledge in charts, everything, So thank you guys for discovering on this adventure with me. All right, Starley says he just landed in Orlando and winds are good. Sounds great. So far, so good. Still just enjoying this livery. All right, so we are coming out of 25,000, and we're actually right before Matata. So we actually caught up very well. Caught up really good. So let's look at the Piglet chart again. And let's see, where do we need to be at next? I think our next altitude restriction doesn't come for a while. Yeah, so Matata, we need to be expect 25,000 feet, flight level 250. And we're about to pass Matata now, and we're going to be at 250, which is great. We don't have any speed restrictions that it's giving us, which is, you know, kind of surprising. But we're going to maintain best forward, again, because we have so much traffic behind us, and we want them to be able to, you know, space out as much as they need to. I'm going to go 310 knots, actually. And I know that once we get to Piglet, then we have our first speed restriction. Landing south, which I believe is not us. We're landing north. So our speed's going to be 280 knots. And it's going to be 280 knots. And it's going to be expecting a flight level 11, no, sorry, not flight level. Expecting 11,000. That's 11,000. So we basically have from now until we get to Piglet to get down to 11,000. So we can continue descending. Let's turn the spoilers off. Continue descending. Go ahead and turn the seatbelt signs on. And how much time do we actually have to get there? So now we can actually calculate. I'm going to use my descent calculator to find out how fast we need to descend to get there when we need to. So right now we're at 25,000 feet. Target altitude is 11,000. We're probably going in about 310 nautical miles. I mean, where did I get that from? 310 knots. Distance from Piglet is going to be, let's see, we're about 40 miles from Jasmine plus 13 from Jafar. We're going to round down to 10. That's about 50 miles plus another 10, about 60 miles out. So I'll do that. We're around 6,000, sorry, round to 60 miles. And that actually going to put us at descent profile of negative 1,700 feet per minute. So initial altitude is going to be 25,000. Target altitude is 11,000. Distance is going to be 60. IAS will be 310, which is going to give us 1,700 feet per minute. Just go ahead and put that in now. Oh, wrong button. Whatever. Okay, I'll just send 1,700. And we pass it just a bit. So this will be roughly around, we'll get there roughly around when we need to get there. I may even drop that to 1,800 just in case, because I would rather be at our altitude early rather than be late. And we also have to remember we're going to have to slow down when we get there to 280 knots. And make sure I do not forget to turn my land lights on before we get below 10K. Because I always forget, and you guys know that. There was a space shuttle in Infinite Flight? What? When? I thought they only had the, you know, the big 747 with this, you know, spaceship on top of it or whatever. How you doing, Rohan Kid? Good to see you, man. Welcome back. And I could live without rockets in Infinite Flight. Personally, I could live without rockets in space, and I could definitely live without it. I mean, it's definitely something they could probably get into later, but I think that's something that I think they need to focus on a lot of other things before they bring spaceships and rockets to Infinite Flight. Because even having a spaceship, I mean, where would you go? There's nowhere to go. I mean, the Earth, yeah, you can leave the planet probably, but I mean, there's not much else. I mean, you probably can't go to Mars, can't go to the moon. You probably never get to the sun. You know what I mean? So like, you just have a really nice view and maybe orbit the Earth possibly, which could be fun, yeah. But I still don't think that yeah, they could do without a space program. Yeah, Andrew, I know I'm late on this comment, but he said that I still can't believe this is a handheld device sim. It's just amazing. I agree, man. Like, looking at this is just like, I feel like I'm looking at X-Plane on my phone or something like that. Like I feel like I'm looking at a full-on PC game on my phone, and it's amazing that this is a mobile game. Like this is a mobile app that you download, and it's running so smooth, so much detail. Yeah, I know again we don't have workable cockpits just yet, but I know that they will be coming in the future. There's our flap speeds. Actually, I need to look at our flap speeds. VLE 280, VLO 250, retract 220 knots, VFE is gonna be, let's see, flaps 1 230 knots, also 250 knots, flaps 2 at 200 or less, flaps 385. So we'll keep that in mind. Below 230 or 215 for flaps 1. Rohan Kid, how long is the flight left? We're on our descent into Orlando, so we'll be there. And let's see, if I had to guess, we'd probably land in the next 20 minutes. I mean, it says 16 minutes to destination, but we have to remember that we have to include, you know, slowing down, turning our actual approach and stuff like that. So I'll say about 20 minutes we'll be on the ground. Because what the ETE means is basically if we were to continue at this exact same speed from now until the airport, it would take us 16 minutes exactly. But because we're going to be slowing down our airspeed, we're going to be turning, that'll actually be a little bit more than what it says. All right, we got a few people jumping around behind us. It's 15 minutes out. Actually, I don't really know. Maybe going faster. Infinite Flight Pilot is 26 minutes out. All right, Nico, we'll see you in a bit, man. But yeah, I mean, it's just crazy. This is a mobile game, man. This is cool. I really enjoy it. I was really bummed that I wasn't able to fly stream yesterday. I actually was not even able to fly a flight at all. I wanted to actually do a flight just for fun, and I wasn't actually able to do one yesterday. So, but today, depending on what I have going on today as far as work, a lot of times during the day I do flights also. So if you're looking for me, I'll probably be flying somewhere in the United States between one of the frontier. Oh wow, between one of the frontier hubs, because IFATC is supposed to be, you know, doing ATC at all those hubs. So I may or may not fly from MCO to somewhere, or I may fly from somewhere else. Depending on where ATC is on Expert Server, I'll probably be flying in and out of one of those airports. Because it's tough. Like, I mean, yeah, it's fun to just fly in general. But I really enjoy the ATC part of this game. Like, that's what really set this game apart from other games, is the ATC aspect of it. And when you get to Expert Server and you're able to use IFATC, it just makes it so much more enjoyable. Thank you, Infinite Flight. Who was that, actually? Thank you, Andrew, for reminding me about the landing lights. We're still about 4,000 feet above 11,000. Plus, we won't be going down below. Technically, you need to remind me to turn my landing lights on when we get to Piglet, because that's when we'll be at 11,000, and we'll need to descend below 10,000 after that point. How you doing, Dylan Woods? Good to see you, man. By the way, people, if you get timed out in the chat, it's temporary. So don't spam the chat asking why you got timed out. Just if you don't know why, then don't worry about it. And it's okay for you to ask maybe one time, but don't ask like a million times. If the moderators don't answer you, then just go on with your life. Don't worry about it. This is all for fun. Got my Pepsi always there for me right there. My Pepsi can. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to all these, instruments working. And I've said this a few times in my past streams. I have a new PC coming in, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to stream X-Plane 11. So it's been a while since I've played that, that sim or flown on that sim. So I'm gonna have to basically relearn all the aircraft again and relearn a lot of stuff, because I've been flying Infinite Flight a lot, which is basically, you know, it's pretty simple. Infinite Flight is very, very simple compared to the more realistic flight simulators, like on PC, like X-Plane, FSX, P3D. So it's gonna probably be another learning curve, because I actually have not flown X-Plane in months. You know, for sure since Global's come out, and even before then. So I look forward to playing it. I know that I do enjoy it. I love the, you know, the flight sim with X-Plane, but it's just, you know, it's been so long since I've flown on there that I'm gonna have to relearn all the aircraft. I'm gonna have to go back and update everything. So it's gonna take me a while to get set up on there. It's gonna take a while. All right, we're leveling off now at 11,000 feet. Right now we're going about 310 knots. Piglet is coming up. Actually, that's our next waypoint, Piglet. So we have a speed restriction at Piglet to slow down to 280 knots. So that's what we're gonna do. And now I'm gonna go ahead and pull up these charts again, so we can see what we need to do next. All right, so after Piglet, which is here, yep. We don't have any more restrictions as far as altitude or speed, so I guess we'll stay at 280. And I guess after that, speed is going to be at our discretion. Again, we don't have ATC or anything like that, so they won't be talking to us. Let's see, can we tune into Orlando yet? I don't think. Yep. Oh, Orlando approaches on. I don't know where that came from, but we're going to contact them now. Go ahead and check in. Orlando, so they may actually give us some speeds and stuff like that. So we'll see what they say.
Delta 1000.
They may actually give us a different runway too, because we're expecting 35 left. So if we're gonna get a different runway, we're gonna have to update our radios. All right, request approach runway. I'm sorry, 35 left. Is that GPS? 35 left ILS. 35 left. Had a list right there. I don't know why. 35 left ILS. So let's see what they say. Expect vectors for the ILS approach runway 35 left. Sounds great. All right, so we'll be expecting vectors now, which is basically he's going to be probably having us divert from our initial arrival procedure that we were planning on. So we will see what he says.
At Orlando International, Blue 116 expects
so our prayers were answered. We got ATC in Orlando, so thank you for that. Who is it, by the way?
Blue 116.
It's Solo Cup. So let's see how good he is. Before I give him a shout out, let's see what kind of shout out he's gonna get. Do I have Zello? I don't really know what Zello is, Nico. Whenever I see your name, Nico, I want to say Nico Rosberg, like from F1. Starly, how many parts of my PC have arrived? I have gotten my monitor, I've gotten my keyboard, and basically the rest of it's going to come as one thing. I don't have, like, you know, like the graphics card, stuff like that. Like, all of that's not going to be coming separately. I got all that separate, but I have somebody building it for me, so they're going to take care of all that part. So the only thing that I'm waiting for now is going to be the 160 10,000. Only thing that I'm missing right now is the tower. Alright, 160 and down to 10,000, and that means the landing lights are going to be on. I can acknowledge that. And we just slow way down. Because we don't want to be speeding. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and lower this right here.
Turn right heading 160.
Get the speed down first, and then we'll descend. Thank you, Infinite Flight Pilot, for reminding me about the 250, about slowing the speed down. I wasn't expecting him to give us 10,000 yet. Alright, we're good now. Now we can continue descending to 10,000.
Turn right heading 160. Climb and maintain 11,000. Frontier Flight 200.
Because I really almost forgot about slowing down.
Turn right heading 160. Climb and maintain 11,000. Frontier Flight 1560. Turn left heading 160.
Zello is a walkie-talkie app. Oh, I actually use it's a different app called Voxer. Not sure if you ever heard of it. It's, I guess, probably the same thing. It's basically a walkie-talkie app. Me and Finding Passion use it like every day. I don't know why, but it's just so much more convenient to just talk on that thing. So me and a small group of friends of mine, we talk to each other on Voxer, which is a walkie-talkie app, throughout the day.
Delta 1549.
Nico Arrow, am I planning to do a world tour? Actually, yes. I don't think I've actually told anybody this, but nobody's asked.
Turn right, heading 160.
But
Descend and maintain 10,000.
I am planning on doing a world
Turn
tour.
right,
Not
heading
sure when. It may not be
160.
until next year,
Descend
like
and maintain
January maybe.
10,000. Frontier
Not
flight
planning on doing it before
252.
December though. But I am planning on doing a world tour. It's you know, world tour is kind of a big deal, so I got to figure out a few more things. Spoilers off. I mean, if you just want to talk like to pilots like a pilot, just join Discord and just get a bunch of people in there. Descend and maintain 5,000 feet will
Descend
do.
and maintain 5,000. Blue 116. Frontier flight 1560.
Just watch our speed as we descend, because as we're descending, it's going to gain
Descend and maintain
speed.
6,000.
What really should happen is the
Frontier
power
flight
should come down before
1560. Frontier flight
we actually, you know, put the nose
Descend
down,
and maintain
so that way
7,000. Descend and maintain 7,000. Frontier
we don't
flight
get our speed going up
252.
too high.
Orlando International approach. Frontier
All right, let's
flight
see. Let's look at the map.
718.
He's right now. He's vectoring all of us. He has a lot of aircraft coming in, so have fun, Mr. Solo Cup. Do we have any other ATC except for approach? Approach is really all we need.
Turn left, heading 120.
Nice. We have Clay Thorne as tower and ground, so
Frontier flight 718.
Um,
Roger.
we'll see. Hopefully, we get some
Frontier
pretty good
flight
vectors from Solo Cup.
5150. Roger.
Our speed is good, 245 knots. Descending down to 5,000 feet. Land lights are on, and looks like we're pretty good. Seatbelt signs are also on.
100 feet. Requesting radar vectors to Orlando.
Hola, Infinite Colombia.
Frontier flight 5150
¿Cómo está?
3 nautical miles southeast of Leesburg, RGNL at 12,500 feet. Requesting.
Yes, I have an iPhone 7 Plus. That is what I stream on. That's what I fly on. That's what I do everything on.
Frontier flight 5150.
Andrew Kennison, thank you for the reminder. They are already on my landing lights. Yes, weather was looking very good in Orlando right now.
Frontier flight
The
5150.
airport actually should be off to our left somewhere. I don't know if we can see it just yet. That's it right there, I think. No. No, there it is. There is the airport right there.
Frontier flight 718. Frontier flight 5.
We haven't done a wing view too much today.
Miles northwest of Bob White at 12,400 feet. Requesting aisles approach runway 36 right.
Yes, a lot of traffic.
Requesting descent to 2,500. Frontier flight
Mucho tráfico.
550.
I don't know if that's a real Spanish word.
For the aisles approach runway 36 right at Orlando International. Roger.
I'm not sure if that's a real word.
5150. American 900, descend and maintain 2,500. Delta 1,549, turn left heading 090. Turn left heading 090. Delta 1,549. Frontier flight 5150, turn right heading 150. Descend and maintain 7,000. Frontier flight 718.
Mucho tráfico el día de hoy. Yep, a lot of traffic today. We are Abdul. We are on expert server today. We're on expert server, flying into Orlando, Florida. I've actually been to Orlando, Florida once, or was it twice? I think I've only been here once. It's very nice. I actually did not go to the beach. It was raining the entire time that I was here last time. So I look forward to going back. I want to go to Disney. I have not been to Disney yet. Me and my wife would love to go to Disney. I turn right heading 180. There it is, 180 for you, buddy.
Turn right heading 180.
I have a lot of respect for people who do really well with giving vectors. I have a lot of respect for it because it's not that easy.
Frontier flight 1560. Turn right heading 180.
An iPad and I thought 2017 iPad should definitely be able to run Infinite Flight.
Frontier flight 1000.
Starley says, I hope that he doesn't do the same thing that ATC did in Geneva. I highly doubt that he will. So far, he's already looking a lot better. So, I don't know. There's a lot of traffic. I descend maintain 3,000. And yeah, we're just about to get to, let's see. Oh, crap. Down to 3,000.
Contact Orlando International Tower on 124.
He still hasn't given us any kind of speed, so I'm still maintaining speed at my own discretion.
Descend and maintain 2,500.
Let's go into the cockpit, make sure everything's looking good as far as that.
Until established on the localizer.
I think we have an aircraft ahead of us too. We're expecting 35 left. Let's see, where are we? Yeah, we have one person. Looks like he's on a left base. That's Zach, American 900. We have two aircraft actually. We're number 3. But I'm not sure where they are landing at, which runways they're landing at.
Descend and maintain 4,000. Frontier Flight 1560. Orlando International approach. Frontier Flight 320 with you. Infinite
Alright, turn left heading 130.
Cool. Miles northeast of Norton at 23,700 feet. Requesting aisles.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and slow down now.
Left at Orlando
A little bit slower because we're
Blue 116.
about to be on a base, and I believe was it under 230 knots that I could put my flaps to 1? Yes, it was. So once we get under 230, we can go flaps to 1.
Heavy with you.
We are only 11 miles out.
130, Blue 116. Infinite Flight 1738 expects vectors for the Isles. Approach runway 35 left at Orlando International. Frontier Flight 001 Heavy, roger. Orlando International approach. Frontier Flight 5150 with you. Roger. Infinite Flight
Very busy.
1738.
I wish we could have ATC every stream. That would be amazing. Because this kind of, you know, helps us with the whole spacing issue that we usually have. A lot of people don't really space well, or at least not enough, or at least not in my opinion. So, alright, reduce speed to 180 knots. There's our first speed restriction from ATC.
Infinite Flight 1738. Turn right,
and we'll go spoilers flights. That'll get us slowed down a bit quicker. And I believe 180. We can go flaps 2. Go flaps 1 first, and then we'll go flaps 2.
Blue 116. Frontier Flight 718. Request frequency change. Frontier Flight 320. Requesting descent to 8,000.
Oh, I have my spoilers out. That is the problem. Let's go spoilers armed. I believe airport is off of our left wing. Let's go to that wing view. Yeah, it's over there somewhere. Look at the little whale on the wingtip. I never noticed that. That's cool. Alright. So he'll be probably turning us for the ILS to intercept the localizer pretty soon here. We're at 180. We can go flaps 2. And again, landing lights are on, seatbelt signs are on, strobe lights are on. There it is. Turn heading 030.
Descend and maintain 3,000. Maintain 3,000.
Acknowledge that. 030. Descend and maintain 3,000. Maintain 3,000 until established on the localizer. Cleared ILS. Runway 35 left. Blue 116. Roger that. Cool. Alright, we'll maintain the 180 until we get on the localizer. We may overshoot it a bit. It looks like.
Frontier Flight 320. Request frequency change. Frontier Flight 320. Disregard last message.
Alright, once we probably get established, yeah, we actually overshot it big time. We may have needed to get those vectors a little bit sooner, but it's okay. We can still turn, yeah. Because right now, if I fly 030, that's actually not going to turn us towards the runway. But he's given us a clear to intercept the localizer, so we turn a little bit more to correct for that. He may have thought we were going to be able to turn a bit sharper, but that was not going to happen today.
Frontier Flight 1560.
So we just need to intercept the glide slope, not the glide slope, the localizer over here. Glide slope is coming too. That's going to meet us at 3,000. Let's continue turning.
Turn right heading 180. Descend and maintain.
Alright, this is a little bit better of a angle.
Turn right heading 180.
Intercept the localizer. We'll slow down to about 170. 170 knots.
International approach. Frontier Flight
Alright, there it is. We are 9 nautical miles out. We're going to go flaps 3.
Frontier Flight 320 expects vectors for the Isles.
I have visual of the field, and there is our runway right there. Alright, so I'm probably going to basically hand fly the rest of the way. I'm going to go gear down. And we should be getting sent off to tower pretty soon here.
Expects vectors for the Isles. Approach runway 36 right at Orlando International.
Right, so our final approach heading looks like it's going to be 05, no 0, it's going to be actually 5.
Frontier Flight 320.
Yeah. And we think we may have overshot it. Almost, yeah, we're good. There it is right there. We have a direct crosswind at the current location at 36 knots. Wow, look at that crosswind. Woo, look at that crosswind. Are you serious right now? Is that what it's going to be?
Turn right.
Is that what it's going to be?
Frontier Flight 718.
Winds are 40. Yes, that's not right though. I don't think my weather updated. Alright, we need to get down. So up to.
Maintain 3,500.
There we go. Alright, I'm going to take control completely.
Turn left heading 080. Frontier Flight 252.
Wow, that crosswind is nuts.
001 heavy. Descend and maintain 10,000. Descend and maintain 10,000.
Alright, he still hasn't passed us off the tower. He should be any second now. Hopefully he didn't forget about us.
Turn right heading 140. Descend and maintain.
Yeah, we should be on tower because we're on final.
November 565 Victor Kilo.
What sucks is it's going to be tougher for me to. Wow. Okay, now the winds just look like they may have just changed a bit. I don't think the wind is updated. It looks like we may get some fog, but I think that's just like the, I don't know, smog layer. Who knows what that is? Who knows what that is?
Make a right 360. Making a right 360. Frontier Flight 718. Frontier Flight 1.
I'm going to request frequency change because he hasn't given it to us. We should be on tower now. And as I get closer, it's going to be harder and harder for me to concentrate on contacting tower with my hands. There we go. Now it's handoff, switching to tower, and trying to pay attention to the screen at the same time. Oh my gosh. I hate how this blocks my whole freaking screen. Landing on 35 left. There we go. I wish there was a better way. I wish they would make that maybe like slightly opaque, like see-through, so that I could actually see through it on your like on final in this type of situation. That would definitely help. Alright, clear land, runway 35 left, blue 116. Oh, we are dropping like a rock right now too.
Orlando International Tower, blue 116, inbound on the ILS, runway 35 left.
Alright, we'll clear land. Runway's clear.
Number 1. Runway 35
and that crosswind is slowly going away. Yeah, now we have winds at 349, so we're better. Looks like the weather has maybe possibly updated.
Orlando International Tower, November 565 Victor Kilo is 12 nautical miles to the south at 5,000 feet. Inbound for landing, requesting runway 35 right. November 565 Victor
Still a little bumpy though.
Enter left base
Still a little bumpy.
35 right. Enter left base runway 35 right. November 565
smoothing out, smoothing out.
Kilo.
Smoothing out.
November 565 Victor Kilo, number 1.
That's a little bit better.
Runway 35 right.
A little bit off to the right of the center line though. But as far as touchdown, that was a bit smoother than our last flight. Reversers, and let those go. Let the baby roll. And we will exit up here. Let's see. We'll exit at the third little thing right here. Turn left, contact Wilco.
Yankee 99.
Now we only landed with flaps 3 today, but it seemed to work out for us. Alright, we'll stop after the whole short, as usual, and then we'll contact. Yeah, we'll contact ground. We'll stop right here. Full laps up, spool is up. Contact ground, request. Oh, I do not want to push back. Oops, correction, disregard last message. Request taxi to parking.
Disregard last message. Orlando International Ground, blue 116. Request taxi to parking.
You guys are so funny.
116. Taxi to parking.
On like landing standards, on what's good and what's not.
Yankee 99. Request taxi.
I judged that landing compared to my last one, and it was better than the last stream that I did. I'm not gonna say it was amazing.
Yankee 99.
I really wish we could watch it back. I really wish I could watch it back. But you can't. Alright, brakes off. Land lights are off, strobe lights are off. Looks like Infinite Passenger has fixed that bug. Where it always says that you've been using landing lights after you've landed, which you shouldn't be anyways. Alright, we already know where we're going. Turn the map off. And we'll park over here next to some other random Frontier aircraft. Why would he ghost me? Alright guys, welcome to Orlando, Florida, home of Disney World or Land. I'm not sure which one it is, I just know one of them is here. Hope you guys enjoy your stay. Definitely go by and check out the I don't know if it's still there, but they used to have like an Avatar thing, like an Avatar exhibit or something like that. I don't know, I've heard very good things about it. Last time I was to Orlando, some good friends of mine went out there. I didn't go, I stayed at the hotel room. I wasn't expecting to go, wasn't ready. But hope next time I go, I do hope to go to Disney or to see that exhibit. We'll park right here. That'll work. I see somebody over there in the distance taking off. It was a pretty good flight. Final flight time was hour and 3 minutes, right about what I was expecting. Right about around where I was expecting it to be. We got a FedEx aircraft over there ahead of us at the terminal, it looks like. I really don't even know where we parked at, to be honest. I didn't look at the chart after we landed to find out where we were parking, so I just kind of parked wherever I felt like it. Seatbelt sounds are off. Engines are coming off. And as those babies cool down, we'll turn off the beacon lights. And see if we can watch some people land today. This is the first time actually getting here early. So we actually might be able to watch some of you guys land before we get out of here. I actually enjoy watching you guys land. So let's see if we can watch somebody land. So it looks like we have Frontier 252 Sid 905 on approach right now with his gear not out. Actually, I don't know who I'm looking at. I'm not sure who I'm looking at right now. Let's turn our names on so we can see. Actually, before I do that, let's go ahead and end this. Let's save. Arrived on time. Perfect. 100 out of 100. Made $2 million on that. Alright, yeah, that is Frontier Flight 5150. Let's see. I'm not sure which one of these guys are landing first. Looks like we have some parallel landings happening back here, though. Somebody just touched down and we just missed it. There he is.
November 565 Victor Kilo, taxi to parking. Taxiing to parking, November 565 Victor Kilo.
Nice. Alright, let's see who do we have next. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and do the we have Frontier 5150 now on final. Let's see if we can do the free camera and get a different view from not just the tower. So where are we? Oh god. Oh, is this gonna work? Uh-oh, the free camera may not work today. Sometimes it doesn't want to work. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Alright, tower it is. Tower it is. Come on, back to tower. I'm gonna miss this freaking landing, man.
Permission to cross runway 35 left. Yankee 99, hold position.
Okay, this is now everything is being buggy.
Yankee 99.
I don't want to look at us. I want to look at the landing aircraft.
Orlando International Ground.
Okay, this is being done.
Frontier Flight
I'm gonna in-flight and get back in.
160. Request taxi to parking.
Alright, here we go. Tower. Are you gonna work? Well, that's annoying. I wish there was a way like on like when you're ATC. Okay, now this is working. Let's see. Runways are over.
Frontier Flight
I think we just missed. Where is the runway, anyways? Let's see. Which way are they landing? There he is. I just missed his landing. How lame. Alright, we'll catch the next person. Sorry if I missed your landing. Infinite Flight. I blame Infinite Flight. Alright, so what runway are we actually on right now? He's on 36 right. We have another aircraft landing on 35 left. On the other side of the airport. Way over here. Frontier Flight 252, I think is what it is.
Orlando International Ground. Frontier Flight 252.
Yeah, I was trying to watch his landing and I missed it.
Frontier Flight 252.
That really sucks.
Taxiing to parking. Frontier Flight 252. Yankee 99. Cross runway 35 left.
Alright. Who else we got? Anybody else coming in anytime soon? Looks like we have a pretty big gap to the next aircraft. We have Nico Aero coming in, Luke Smith, and Alright, so I watched those 3 guys come in, and those will be the last aircraft we'll watch land today. I think this guy may be landing too, Captain Ryan. Yeah, he's on the right downwind.
Frontier
Or
Flight
left. Right, he's on right downwind.
Request taxi to parking.
Correction earlier, I said we were on the left downwind. On our approach, we were actually on the left. I said we were on the right downwind, but earlier we were actually on the left downwind. So he's coming in on runway 3, probably 5 left, I assume. I think that's Captain Ryan over there. So I think this is 35 left. Yeah, this is 35 left. Actually, where is he even going?
November 565 Victor Kilo, request permission to cross runway 17 right. November 565 Victor Kilo.
Anyways, so guys, that is the end of today's flight. For now, it's gonna basically be you know, spotting the rest of these guys as they land. So you can stick around and watch the rest of the group land, or you can head out of here. But thank you guys for watching today. It was a pretty fun flight. I apologize for starting late. I had to fix some technical difficulties, but after that, everything worked pretty darn good. So pretty happy with how everything else was working after once I got it working, which seems to be the way it happens every time almost. So, but it was a really good flight. We'll be back at it tomorrow as scheduled. Again, I'm gonna try my best to do another flight either tomorrow or Thursday. Like an unscheduled flight. Oh my god, he's coming down so fast. Whoa, what is going on? Wow, what a hard landing that was. Oh no! Oh my god. I think he died. I think Captain Ryan has died. Yes. That's exactly what just happened. We lost one. We have a huge wreck on runway 35 left. They're gonna have to shut it down. There is a smashed up aircraft. Actually, matter of fact, we're gonna have to shut down runway 35 left and 35 right because there's an aircraft in the middle of it, right on the taxiway, destroyed. I believe the captain's name was Ryan. I do not think he survived. I don't think there was any survivors. There were no survivors. Yep, I'm just kidding. Okay, Justin, there are no survivors. All right, Nico Arrow is next. That was, I don't know what you were thinking, bro, but that was not a good approach. Not at all. Not at all. All right, next up we have Frontier Flight 320, Nico Arrow 110. The winds are fine. They're crosswind. It's not really a crosswind that much. There's a crosswind like about 5 miles out to the airport, but other than that, there's not really a crosswind. Once you get close to the airport, it goes away. I think that's what happened with me as far as getting lined up because of that. I had 35 knot crosswind at about what, like 5 nautical miles or so. Let's go to that side of the airport so we can get a better, closer view as he's coming in. A little spot from right here. I think he's landing on 36 right or something. There we go. Alright guys, if you are in the chat, go ahead and leave an emoji or say hi in the chat and I'll give you a shout out while we're waiting for him to land. Graham in the spotlight. Shout out to you, man. Infinite Flight Pilot. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for joining us. Javion Johnson, Jumpy Ryan, Good Life, Bro XX. Welcome, welcome, man. The Walking Fruit. How you doing, man? Thank you for being a moderator today, or one of our moderators today. Really appreciate the whole moderated team, the whole Blues crew. Thank you all, guys, for helping out. Andrew Cunninson, thank you for all your help today. Shout out to you, man. Salute. Starly, my man, I can't wait for you to get back to expert server, man. I feel so bad for you, but thanks for flying on the training server with us today. So, see you next time. We may have to get us a screenshot. So I'm gonna turn the names off. A little wiggly right now, but He's probably dealing with that wind. It's kind of lagging a bit, so I can't really tell how hard that landing or how good that landing was, except for his position on the runway. But other than that, it's kind of laggy. I wasn't able to really see. Infinite Flight Columbia, bye, good day. Adios, thank you, my friend. Man, Jumpy Ryan, you got a violation from a lag spike or something? Let's see, who's next? We have one more landing on 3-5 left. Let's go ahead and jump over there very quickly. I think this is our last inbound aircraft. Again, caution, there is a crashed aircraft in between 3-5 left, 3-5 right. Alright, there he is. Let's see, who is this, by the way? This is Luke Smith, our last arrival into Orlando today before we get out of here.
Orlando International Ground, Frontier Flight 320, request taxi to parking.
Pretty smooth so far. It's funny, like when you look at it from far away, it looks pretty smooth, but as like it gets closer, it sometimes starts to get choppy. All right, there's a flare, and there's a float. There's a floater, and he is down. Spoilers deployed. Welcome to Orlando. Exit runway left when able. Contact ground on the taxiway. Infinite Flight Pilot, he's last. Oh, there's one more. Alright, this is the last guy. This is the last person we're gonna watch. Yeah, so this will be our last one. We'll watch one more. But I'm gonna get out of here, go. We'll just kind of ride out, jam out to some music as we watch Infinite Flight Pilot as he approaches. So guys, thank you for flying in. Panda Fly, thank you, man, for joining us today. Infinite Flight Pilot, Walking Fruit, Starly, Infinite Flight Columbia, Jumpy Ryan, everybody who joined us today, thank you guys for joining and watching. Thank you for supporting the channel. Shout out again to our new sponsor. It's not showing up on my thing, but I know that it was Noah Seaton. So thank you, man, for that super. I think it was either sponsor or a super chat, something like that. I will catch you guys next time on the next stream. Remember, you have 3 choices: give up, give in, or give it all you got. Peace, love, and God bless you. I'll see you guys next time. I'm gonna get out of here, but we're staying here just to watch this one more aircraft land. And but as far as voice, you're not gonna hear from me anymore. Peace, love, God bless. See you guys next time. Have a great, freaking amazing day.
Shoots me into space, and I can't deny how badly I need you now. 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 Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. tight, hold tight.